Hello everybody, it is Friday the 6th of December. I want to talk about the mind of God and the first Hermetic principle, which is the principle of mentalism, that everything is mind. I would go with everything is consciousness. And consciousness for us as human beings is more than just mind, it's more than just the thought. Consciousness is made up out of many parts: thoughts, emotions, we talk about emotions, and also a knowledge that is coming from the connections with everything else. All of those things put together create our consciousness, and that is what creates reality. Our reality. If you change any part of that, you will change the reality that you know yourself to be in. So, and here comes the creations of reality, who we think we are and what we think we're in. Now, I've been thinking about the Gnostics, and they have created a reality in the mind of the people, which is propaganda. Say it often enough and it will create a reality in the mind of the people, and that is the reality we're living in. Again, it is at this moment really created by the mind, and we are actually rejecting all the other informations because we must believe on what is in our mind, what is in our head. Yeah? And so we're trapped in that perception. Now, what the Gnostics told us, and I'm thinking about it, we are actually living at this moment in the Gnostic mindset. We are trapped in the Gnostic mindset. I want to show you this. Because what the Gnostics did, again, going spiritually on a level of energy into the pleroma to seek to reveal a knowledge. And they were given a knowledge. What they were given was a story. The story of the creation of this world. And they ran with that as the only truth. Yeah, the truth of the creation of everything was revealed to us. And here comes the idea of Sophia, of the wisdom that fell from the knowledge of the Creator and became a solid world. Yeah, and we are now trapped in this solid world. We are trapped in a solid body. We are these divine sparks that are trapped in a solid body. Yeah? But that is purely accepting the Gnostic version of that is reality. Now, and really, this whole thing is a monumental mindfuck. Pardon my French, but that is what it is. Because science would tell us this world is not solid. Our bodies are not solid. Nothing is. It exists on the level of solid, but it exists on many other levels simultaneously. Everything is solid matter, it's molecules, it's atoms, it's electrons, photons, it's energy. Everything is energy. Yep, we are beautiful beings of light, of energy, trapped in a solid body. This body is not solid. On some level, this is energy. Our body is energy. What you're trapped in is your perception that it is solid. You don't know it on any other of the other levels. But here goes, we are the observers of ourselves and that which is around us. We only see it on the solid. And now what? The observer is blaming the observed for not being able to see anything else. It's the fault of that which is observed. It's the fault of this world. It's not the fault, it's within us. The fault is that we have accepted this story that we are in a solid world. And again, repeat it, make it a reality in the mind of the people. You are in a solid world. It's solid. It's solid. It's solid. It's solid. Get that into your head. Make it a reality. That's what you've done. That's what we all have done. And we were already on a greater level of knowledge. We knew about the spirit. Yeah? Again, you call it mental, you call it spirit, you call it energy and vibration, whatever word you want to use. Energy and vibration is probably the best way of looking at it, because all these other words have connotations that maybe we don't want to go there. They lead you into religion, which is not where we should be. But that is the underlying reality. Everybody's looking for the underlying reality. That is it. Everything is on a level energy. We are beings of energy. We create energy. We create our energetic body through thoughts, emotions, and the connection to everything else. Information received. That is what is creating our energetic body, and we exist on that level, right here, right now. We're not trapped. We just don't know ourselves. Again, that is not the fault of the solid body, because we could know it. We have known it before. I mean, the fact that the Gnostics themselves could go out there in the spirit means they knew and could work it. But they brought back the story, and we took that on board. We ran with it as the only truth. And now it has created our perception. That's what you're trapped in your perception. It's not actually real. So, but here comes. If we go back to our original knowing, our indigenous knowing of what we were and what we are in. Again, I was just watching the Hopi prophecy on the Inspired channel. I think I'll leave a link for that. That was very good. And they knew about the connectiveness of all life. They knew about the web of life, about the interconnectedness of all things. And that was not in their head, or just in their head. That was an experienced reality, and here comes, they felt it. See, on that level, it is feeling that you know. And then you can go deeper into that knowing, the way of the shaman. That is going deeper into that knowledge that is brought to you by the feeling. And then again, they can work something on the other levels. It is the spiritual that creates the solid. So if you really want to change something, you need to go to the level of energy and vibration, or the level of molecule, or whatever level they were on, to change it there, because that level exists. It's a reality. It's a reality right now. We are that. We just need to know it again. And that means we need to feel it again. In the first instant, we need to feel it again. We need to be aware of the connections that are there. They are there. They exist. We're just no longer aware of them. Again, here is the God of the Bible. The Christian God. What he does is he will take you away from the knowledge of this world. He will take you away from your family. He will take you away from your connections. He will destroy the connections. Because if you're taken away from it, you no longer work them, you're no longer aware of them, they will no longer be part of your reality. It's not that they're not there, they are. But they're no longer part of your reality that you're experiencing. So there as God takes you away from all of those connections. And we were taken away from the knowledge of the Great Spirit and the interconnectedness of all life. I think what the church, I mean that is the knowledge the church destroyed when it rampaged through this world. That is the knowledge they destroyed. They took people away from the knowledge of the Great Spirit, so to speak. I think that's another thing they destroyed, and that is, as I said, the Gnostics did get connected to something else that is not of this world, another consciousness somewhere else, on the way of spirit. So they knew, again, that this is not just solid. I don't think they were the only ones that were working this. As I said, we were spiritual beings. We were beings that worked on the level of energy, knowing on the level of an energy. And there were other cultures that were obviously connected to a great spirit in the sky, something like that. Yeah? Probably not the same one. That's the thing. There are lots of gods. There are other consciousnesses, and they were probably not all connected to the same one. And again, God, the Christian God, that entity, they broke the connections with all the other spirits, gods, because there should be only one. Again, there being only one is not the reality. But if you do not know all the others, it becomes your reality. Because that's the only thing that is working here. It's the only thing you know. Again, it's purely in your mind. And then any seeking of maybe other possibilities. I mean, the connections between us, definitely not. The connections with nature, no, that's witchcraft or whatever, burn them. The possibility of other connections, yeah, burn them too, whatever. Anything outside of that, burn it. Burn their knowledge, burn the bodies, but burn it. Get rid of it. Make this the only one. That's what they did. Now the other thing that was in the Hopi prophecy was somebody had the vision of, they were talking about all the different things that would happen on the way, to hopefully the Great Spirit coming back. But one of the things that will happen is, there will be this great house in the sky that will be full with people and things. And I was sitting here thinking, are you kidding me? Please. Is there any way of getting away from the bloody cube hanging in the sky? Apparently not. Even the Hopi saw it. Good. Brilliant. Actually, there is a way of getting away from it. There is a way of getting away from it if we understand this correctly. Or at least try to have a different perspective of this. Whether that's right or not is another thing, but the thought that has created the problem cannot get away, cannot change it. So we need a different thought. And I was thinking, again, I'm not saying I have the only truth, I'm just putting the possibility out here, that if we go by everything is mentalism, it is the level of energy, vibration, the level of spirit that creates. The solid reality is only the outcome. Yeah? And again, you cannot, on the level of the outcome, you cannot change it. You need to go to the spiritual level to change it. Now, I had a comment to one of my videos where somebody said, well, I think I must have been talking about aliens or something, and she said, well, they're trying to prepare us for them coming. And it's a lot more than that. I really think if we understand this correctly, it is a lot more than that. We are actually bringing it about. We are creating that outcome. So it's not just getting our heads ready to accept that there are others, but actually we are bringing them into this reality. And here's the idea that if there are other realities out there that we are not aware of, yeah? Obviously, because we are no longer working this on the level of spirit anyway, we're trapped in a material mindset. Again, that's what you're trapped in. It's a mindset, not actually material. But if there are other realities, and that those connect that know each other, and you know other according to yourself, or on another level you would say those that are energetically the same will know each other. Yeah? And here is that we are becoming energetically like them. And I don't think that if we talk about them coming, that we are talking about a solid spaceship that is going through a solid cosmos for God knows how many miles and how length of time. Yeah, and I don't think that is what is happening. Again, that would be a material view of this, but what is actually happening is we are becoming energetically like them, and then another part of the Creator will be revealed. It will be a revelation. It will be a manifestation. We're manifesting them. So this idea of these two worlds merging and becoming one, or two realities merging and becoming one, is because we are becoming energetically like them. Again, we were taken away from our energetic truth, or that which should have created our energetic truth, which is the interconnectedness of all life in this place. We were disconnected from that. And now we're being energetically changed so that these two worlds can merge. It's happening on that level. It's not a material thing. So, and then again, look at the God of Abraham, the one that is the only one apparently. And what is he? And again, energy, thoughts and emotions that create the being. So they are this idea of I need information, I need to rule over everything, I need to have control of everything through knowledge, and then I control this thing. Now, there are those in this world that are full ungodly. Again, God creates man in his own image to be like him. Done again, not on the level of the material. Our material body is according to this world. Never mind that. It is on the level of spirit. Man becomes like God on that level. And then that will create a material outcome, and there are those in this world that have become full ungodly. Yeah, we need information. We need to build things. We need to have control of everything. We are the ones that will create order in the chaos. Yeah, and we will be in control of everything. They are the mind of God, of that God. Definitely are. So that is a small group that is doing that. And then you have those that are suffering under this idea, under what they are creating. And those that are suffering are now on their knees begging for something else to come to take complete control of this whole thing. Yeah, so I mean, it's all going in the same direction. We're just coming from different angles at that, but it's all going in the same way. Something must come to take control. And there's something out there that is the mindset, oh, we are the only ones and we will take control. So there we're in full agreement. We're in agreement with God. We've come into agreement. Again, all of this is happening on the level of thought, emotion, of energy that will create the reality. And then when that bloody Borg cube comes, that has not traveled through a physical universe to come here. It has always existed. It was a possibility that we didn't know, and we will manifest it. So there is a way, but if it's done on that level, if it's not physical, then that means it can absolutely be changed. Simply by us changing ourselves. If we change again back to what we were. Again, we knew them through a glass darkly. We knew them through a veil. We're getting to know them more and more, and the more we get to know them more, the more we become like them, the more they will become a reality. Until one day they will be a full-on reality. We don't want to go there. So we need to go back to our own original knowing. The interconnectedness of all life. Yeah? That alone would put us on a completely different energy than they are, and then they cannot become a reality in this world. Because our energy would prevent it. So and the question is then really, if you go to the level of energy and vibration, or to the level of spirit, what should it actually serve? Why is it there? What should it do? What should we do out of that knowledge, out of that awareness, when it becomes real again? It once was real in this world. That was a knowledge that was here, that was part of our reality. Now, for myself, if I think about it, yeah, the idea of control, yeah, definitely. That thought was there. It would be nice to have control of your own life, just for once. But is that the only thing? Is that all why that is there? Now, there's the idea of healing, obviously, which something that can work and something that is good. Healing can occur, and it's worked on that level, again, on the level of energy, not on the level of the solid body. So, something solid trying to change the solid, which does something, but it is limiting. It is very limiting to be just in the solid. More can be done from that other level. So healing, yes, would be great. But to me, if the reality we are living in is the reality of the interconnectedness of all living things that are here, that is what is creating this world. That is what is sustaining all. Yeah? And then just to be on that knowledge again, on that level of knowledge again, would mean we feel the connections again, we know the connections again, and we know what it is we're doing on a higher level. And I think that is the main thing this should serve. So we know again what it is we're doing. The idea is that all shall live, that there needs to be balance. Everything gives and receives from each other to each other. And the whole thing needs to be in balance. Right now we are creating imbalance, which is creating the tribulation, which is leading to us looking for something to restore order. We are the ones that are creating the disorder in the first place through what it is we're doing. We are the ones that are creating the tribulation. Again, out of not knowing what it is we're doing, because we are disconnected from the knowledge of what it is we're doing. We no longer feel it. We no longer know it on that level. We are disconnected from that. And out of that, we do wrong. So that is, I think, the most important thing that the level of that knowledge should serve. That we know again what it is we're in. We know the intention, again, the intention that rules in this world. The intention is that all shall live, that all shall exist in a web of life. Everything is interconnected. And the one thing that this higher level of knowledge should give to us is we know again what it is we're in. And we can navigate in this reality without being destructive. Because our first aim should be to maintain the balance of everything. Right now we're blind. We're going through this world as blind men and women. Because we do not feel, we do not have the fullness of the knowledge of what it is we're in. So that is what it should really serve. And the thing is, once we become truly human again, and that is a being that exists on all of those levels. See, the only thing you're trapped in is your perception. The underlying reality is there and we can know it. We knew it once. We can know it. And if we're searching on that level, I mean, the shamans and stuff, Jesus himself was already on a very high level of knowledge. We can be on that level. If that is what we are seeking, then that knowledge will be given. Right now we're seeking God in heaven or whatever. If that is the knowledge again that we're seeking, we can become truly human again. And if we are the being that lives in a web of life, connected to all other things around itself, in balance with everything else around itself, and that is what we energetically become, then maybe we will know others that are like that are energetically like that, and we could connect to them, and then the web that is here could connect into a greater web, because everybody in the web is on the same level, operating on the same idea. Those would be worth knowing. Yeah? That thing in the cube is, we should not know that. We should not actually know it. Because it is darkness. It has fallen from the knowledge of the Creator, to start with. It has fallen from the knowledge of the interconnectedness of all, and of the web of life, and that everything should give and receive and be in balance so everything can live. They have fallen from that knowledge in the first place. And then connecting to other beings, getting them into their perception of what reality is. The few should rule over everything and have control of everything. And that is the way to life. That is the way to life. No, it's not. We know it in this world. It creates destruction. It is the other that was the way to life. And we were on that path. And we were disconnected from that path. And we must go back to that path. And then, if we make that our reality, if we make that the truth, we make that the truth, again, we are creating that in our own mind. we are elevating that to be the truth. And then we do speak and think according to that. And then again, the knowledge of right and wrong will come, because right is what serves that idea, wrong is what is destructive in that idea. But I think that the web of life, the Great Spirit, is a better idea of what the Creator is and what we should do in it. The idea to have dominion and something is ruling over everything and pulling all the strings and has got all the power is the wrong idea. But we are creating realities out of that. The wrong story. We're in the wrong story. We need a new story. We need to go back to an old story that already existed, and that is what we must remember. And I think that is what will save us. Again, we are the saviors of ourselves by correcting ourselves. Not something coming doing it all for us, but we are correcting ourselves. And we will know the underlying reality. And we will work it correctly. That is what will save this world. No God and no Bob Cube. That is the destroyer. Anyway, here folks, I'll leave it at that for today. And I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.